like a job. A job used to be a effective way to make money, right? A job, hard work. Don't get me wrong, it still is. It's effective. But in this new day and age, there's a whole different style. How could I put this on here? So right there, we'll put that. And then here, there's a whole different way and don't excuse the spelling if I didn't spell that right. I think that's how you spell it. Efficient. Oh, I had the I. Let's see. Oh, so there's two I's. There's two I's. FFICI. That's a little trick word right there. So y'all don't think I'm crazy. Let me put that. ICI. There we go. All right. So working a job is effective. That's very effective way to provide. Well, it used to be effective. It used to be very effective, right? But now as we move into modern day times, we want to look for things that are more efficient. So what is something that's efficient? Well, a skill set that you can learn is very efficient, right? And right next to that, we're going to put smart. So you got hard work, and then you got smart work, right? So 50 years ago, a lot of people were able to work a job, and that was the effective way to make some money, right? It was very effective to work a job in order to take care of your household. Nowadays, we know a lot of people, I know you know a lot of people who make more money than someone who's been working their whole entire life. Someone who's been working 30, 40, 50 years. You know a social media influencer who came up in like a year or two and is probably making $30,000 a month from social media. And then you have the other person who's been working their whole life and they probably make $30, $40, $50,000 a year, right? So one is effective, but one is more efficient. The smart work is more efficient because in this modern day age, a social media influencer can use social media and the internet and put their product in front of millions of people and kind of create their own income, as opposed to working a job that's just going to have one set income that you're going to make forever. It never there's no scalability in that in most jobs, okay? There's no scalability without the hard work. Now, when you have a skill set, you can scale. There's scalability in that because you're using smart work. And when you're working smarter, it becomes a lot easier, right? So, let's say you put your money in a bank, right? From your job. Let's say you're very effective in life. You're not so much efficient because you're not really, into the internet, into investing and things like that, but you're effective. You got a job, you work hard, you put your money in a bank, right? Money equals bank, right? And the bank gives you a 0.6 return per year on your money, right? Which is terrible. If you don't know anything about math, just know a 0.6 is not even 6 cents on a dollar, okay? That's terrible, okay? And then you have inflation, something called inflation, which is anywhere from 6 to 9% right now in America. Percentage, okay? 6 to 9% in America. So let's think about this, because this equation right here is what a lot of people in America is doing. A lot of you guys are doing this. You got a job. You're working hard. You make money. You put your money in the bank. You get 0.6 return per year on your money, and there's inflation of 6 to 9% in America, and this is a negative. Let's put a negative in front of that. That's a negative thing. So that means that you make money, but because the inflation is going up, you're losing money. Essentially, 5 years ago, maybe 10 years ago, you could fill up a SUV for, maybe $30, $40. Today, fast forward the tape, the same money that you would spend to fill up your gas tank 5 years ago is not the same amount today. You're going to need probably an extra 20 on top of that, right? So that 40, 50 becomes 60 because of inflation, because of gas prices. So now it's costing you more money to purchase. So you're losing purchasing power on top of not making any money from the bank, right? On top of your job taxing you once you get your check. So you get your paycheck, you get taxed, they take money. You put your money in the bank, they give you a 0.6 return on you, which is nothing, right? You're not gaining, you're not winning on that. And on top of that, you're dealing with inflation, negative 6 to 9% inflation, which is eating up your money because things that you bought last year cost more this year, right? So let's break it down even more. Let's say you had $100K inside the bank, right? Now, if you put your money in the bank, your $100K is getting 0.6%, right? Which equals nothing. I mean, there is a number for that, but it's next to nothing, right? Somebody do the math on that for me. These pineapples are good, boy. Starbucks. So 100K plus 0.6%. So I'll just put a zero there because it's nothing. You're not making no money on that. On top. All right, let's put a plus. On top of, let's just say 6% inflation. So you're automatically, if you just put your 100K inside the bank for the whole entire year, you're automatically losing 6K. Automatically losing $6,000 just based off of the inflation. Just based off of inflation. So you lose 6,000, now you're at 94K. Right? Just because the money that you have is not making any money and they're running the inflation rate up, so you're losing. So yeah, you got money, you got $100,000, but they're running the rates up to make that money not worth $100,000. So your 100K is only worth 94K if you put it in the bank. Guess what the bank is doing? The bank is flipping your money. So let's say the bank used $80,000 to go trade in the Forex market, to go, they put the money in the assets. They put the money in the cryptocurrency. So they go trade that. They make $80,000, right? They make $80,000 off of your money. So now got $160,000 there. They're not going to pay you a penny from the money that they just made off of your money. But you know what they're going to do? They're going to charge you $25. They're going to charge you $25 for your bank account. For you to sit your money in their bank, they're going to charge you $25. And they're using your money to make them more money, but they don't give you a pay cut. No pay cut. That's what the banks are doing. This is what's happening. This is facts. This is facts. This is facts. This is what the banks are doing. So this used to be an effective way to live your life, right? But it's not very effective in this day and age, right? So what we want to do, guys, is we want to kind of focus on things that are efficient. So let's say you got a skill set like trading Forex or trading cryptocurrency, or maybe you're a social media influencer, which means that's smart work. You're not working as hard and you're making a lot more money than you would at a job. So that's efficient, right? That's efficient for your lifestyle, so you can have time to raise your kids. You got time to focus on your passion. You got time to take care of moms or pops. You got time to spend time with family. You got time to create. And you know what I'm saying? That's efficient, right? This is a simple breakdown. This is what's happening today and probably in your life right now. A lot of people are using this bank as an effective way to live life, and I'm trying to show you that it's not effective. All right? So let's say instead of putting your money in a bank, you put your money in an asset class like crypto. Or Forex. Or insurance. Right? Asset class. And insurance is going to give you a 4%. Sorry, guys. I'm not the best typer. 4% return on your money each year. That's guaranteed. You can look that up. Facts. 4% return on insurance. Crypto, I think in 2022 it did. I think crypto did 80% on returns for 2022. Forex, I'm not sure, but let's say you got 20% from Forex for the whole year, trading Forex. You got 20%, okay? Gains. These are gains on your money. So here, when you're putting your money in the bank, you got inflation that you're fighting against. You're trying to make money off of this 0.6 return. It's not even enough to feed your damn self, let alone your kids, right? And then at the end of it all, you're losing $6,000 because of the inflation, and the bank is bubbling on your money, your hard-earned money, and they're getting rich. These CEOs, there's a person, so these banks, the feds and all, there's a person who owns the bank who's controlling the bank, and they're the ones who are using your money to make their family richer. They're not giving you no good returns like being efficient. This effective way is no longer effective. We need to be efficient. Because if you put your money, your $100,000 in the crypto, right, and got an 80% return at the end of the year, I don't know why I just did that. Crypto, you get an 80% return at the end of the year, right? So now you're winning. That 80% return is going to eat. And you got inflation, right? So let's do some simple math real quick. 80% return. Take away this 6% of inflation that we have now. Now do some math. Who's smart? Somebody in here do some math real quick. Do some math real quick. You're left with 74% gains for the year after the 6% inflation because you're making more money than the inflation. So now you're winning. Now you're you're being very efficient because you are thinking about this. You're thinking about, okay, if I make this much money, I got to think about inflation and how much money I'm actually going to make at the end of the year. A lot of people who are rich aren't not putting their money into these banks that are owned by a CEO. No, a lot of people who are rich are becoming the CEO and putting their money into crypto, into Forex, into insurance, into an asset class that's going to bring them a return by the end of the year. The bank is not bringing you returns at the end of the year, folks. This is not the only thing that's going to bring you a return. A business, put your money in a business. That'll bring you a return at the end of the year. Put your money into real estate. That'll bring you a return at the end of the year, right? Right? Even if you put your money in a money mutual account, that instead of getting this 0.6 return, you're getting a money mutual account is going to give you 5% interest per year if you sit your money in there. So now you're winning, right? Now you're winning. An asset class that gives me a 10% return. Inflation is 6%, right? Let's say one of these asset class gave me 10% return. Inflation is 6%. We just talked about inflation. You're making 4% on your money every year by having a skill set or using smart work, by being efficient. You're making a 4%. This is what the rich people are doing. They're doing this to us every year, B. They're doing this to us every year. You don't want to think in dollars. Look, you see down here how you don't want to think in dollars. You want to think in percentages. Percentages are better. Percentages equal rich. Dollars equal poor. It's the truth. Percentages equal the rich people are worried about how much they got in returns percentage wise. We're worried about how much money we making. Bruh, when I got into the Forex market, I tell all of my students, I say, hey, when you get into this Forex market, don't focus on how much money you're going to make. I need you to focus on the amount of money you're willing to lose. You need to, because it's all about our percentage. It's all about our percentage at the end of the year. This is a very light lesson on financial literacy. And I wanted to kind of talk to you guys about this today because I don't think that enough people is talking about this. But this is happening every single day to millions of Americans. And it's like, yo, we need to really identify where we are putting our money. If you keep putting your money in the bank, you're going to keep going through this cycle of trying to make money, trying to work. And it's very effective. It works. You're living, right? Everything is going, but you're constantly in a vicious cycle of this shit. And what we want to do is kind of break the cycle so that we can have more time in our life to do the things that really matter to us. Okay? So, I'm not knocking anybody with a job. All right? As I close, I'm in closing now. because these are the facts right here. Screenshot this, bro. These are the facts. You need to know this information about the banks, and you need to know this information about being effective and being efficient. You don't want to be effective. Effective worked 50 years ago. You need to be efficient in this day and time. Efficiency, right? And understanding where you put your money is going to help get you there. Putting your money in the bank, working a job, doing the same thing that your parents did is not going to work in this new day and time that we are in. You have to do something different. That's not working no more. There's a lot of people working jobs and they're struggling and they are poor, and it's not working in America, right? Now, I'm not telling you not to get a job. Of course, get a job, pay your bills, do what you got to do, but take a percentage, right? We're going to talk about percentages. Take a percentage of that money and put it into a asset class so that you could begin to start your rehabilitation, right? You need to rehabilitate yourself. I want you to live the best version of your life. I want you to be the best version of yourself. And working that job is not allowing you to do that, B. That job is not allowing you to be the best version of yourself. And I need that from you. I need you to be the best version of yourself. So how can you do it? Well, I don't know. Well, man, smarten up, man. Understand where you're putting your money. Listen, people who are wealthy are not you. You know the bank only insures your money up to $250,000. If anything were to happen, you think people who are rich got more than $250,000. So you think a person who got $10 million is going to put their money in a bank and they're only going to get insured up to $250,000? No, they're putting their money in the asset classes. They're putting their money into something that they're going to get a return on investment. Right? They're putting their money into insurance, into real estate. They're creating businesses. They're investing in the crypto. They're investing in the Forex. They're investing in the Tesla, in the stocks, right? In the Amazon. We got to be doing that on every level. I don't care if you got $200. I don't care if you got $200 to your name. I need you to start putting some money into an asset class. I need you to start thinking like this. So, guys, that's all I got for today. That's my rant for today. And I hope that you got some value out of this, right? And I can always just jump on the chart. But sometimes we need to get the pen and a paper out and crunch these numbers, right? So that we understand what the F we're doing out here, right? So we need to understand that. What are you doing with your money? You've been working, bro. I'm 33 years old. I know for sure I've worked at least 15 years of my life. 15 years of my life. That 15 years didn't do nothing for me. I didn't start being successful and start getting nowhere until I changed my mindset and I started becoming efficient. I became efficient. I started being efficient instead of being effective because being effective wasn't enough for my family. I needed to be more efficient. I need this money to go far. My money wasn't I had more months at the end of my money. I had to fix that. So guys, that's all I got for you today. If you're interested in more of this, content, and more of this valuable content, and more of this information, more of this what I'm dropping, right? Keep on tapping in. Keep on. When you see me drop something, tap that link, right? If you're interested in getting involved into an asset class, join Sniper Trade FX for $25 a week. We make it cheap because we understand inflation. I understand inflation. That's why my program is only $25 a week, because I understand that people need a way out. And that $25 could be your way out. I'm not going to charge you $2,000. We already dealing with inflation, B. I'm not going to charge you $500, $700. That $25 is your way out. Use that to your advantage. It's right here. I created the platform for you, right? Sniper Trade FX. We got the Sniper Copy Trader. For $129 a month, you can stay profitable. You can keep your money in an asset and stay profitable for $129 a month. $500 account minimum, right? Instead of putting that money in the bank and letting them use your money up, it's crazy. And then you never get rich, but they do. It's a scam. So guys, keep on tapping in with me. I love you. I love you. I love you. Salute to the dream builders. Salute to the dream builders. And I'll see you on the next video. Have a fabulous day. You already know what it is. Joe Michael, I'm out.